What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on COD Wins. Now, a good player at Warzone must be perfect at aiming and making sure their shots hit. They don't just need to be accurate with their shots, but they also need to time it well for the result that they want. So for that to happen, the player must know some tips that we're going to discuss today. Wow, what a segue. Real quickly, guys, before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss out on anything at all. Alrighty, let's get into it. So the first thing that you should work on when it comes to your aim and timing is that blue dot. The players and experts of this game have declared it to be the best for you, as the holographic doesn't only clear your vision, but it also helps you in aiming for the enemy pretty well. Although you need to grind a little for it, in the end it's all worth it. All you need to do is play shipments or just play in general and invest more and more time into the game and aim for headshots. The more you kill, the closer you get to unlocking the blue dot for the aim. The blue dot sure does make it a difference in the killing, and it makes the game a lot more interesting than it already is. Sensitivity plays a major role when it comes to you aiming and shooting at the enemies. Sensitivity is the time you take to respond to any shot, but what people don't know is what comes with high and low sensitivities. The high sensitivity causes the player to have weaker long-range shots and other problems in ranging, while the lower sensitivity helps with the long-range shots and accuracy quite a bit. Many players who win tournaments and championships use lower sensitivity, as it makes the shots more comfortable and accurate, which is exactly what you want. So if you can get used to it, definitely lower your sensitivity. Another thing that is a must to become an expert at the game is to know the recoil behavior of the gun that you are using. You need to know how the weapon behaves, and that is only when you're able to act with it. Once you know the weapon works and behaves, that's when you can control the weapon and make adjustments with it. That's right, we're referring to spray control. You need to know the recoil behavior and how to control it. These adjustments that you're going to need to learn how to make are very important in the game, and that is when you make perfect shots and be professional about it. You'll be able to find many more videos online that go a lot more in depth into this topic, and we've even been thinking about making one, so if you want to see that, leave a comment down below and we might make a video dedicated completely on the recoil behavior of many of the guns. Another simple tip for you guys to become better at the game is to use the burst fire when needed. There are many times when a player doesn't feel confident with their aim, and that is when you can just switch on burst fire to increase the chances of the enemy dying. So burst fire at times can definitely help you, and when the opponent is weak and you have a weapon that doesn't have an easy recoil, then you can be supported by the burst fire, and it can just be used to hopefully hit someone. Burst fire helps to aim for better shots and accurate aim as well, which helps people to become a lot better when it comes to using these guns. So the next tip on the list is to go and check out your aim response curve, which means how your thumbstick is reacting. It is in some way connected to your sensitivity. For accurate aims and steady shots, it is important for the player to have good control over the thumbstick, and for that to happen, it's suggested that the aim response curve is adjusted to dynamic in the settings. This will help you improve in aiming, although it will take time for you to adjust to the new change. Soon you'll see a good difference in your game. This next thing that we're going to talk about is something that people usually ignore and just go with the regular thing, which they don't know about. See, some people don't realize that optics matter heaps when making shots, as the visuals need to be clear and defined when making an aim. Players mostly use the iron sight, which is super inaccurate, and it is not at all good for a weapon like an assault rifle. It is suggested instead for a player to have the Corp Combat Holo sight. This makes the vision clear for the player, which in turn helps them to hit shots and just be more accurate. Think of it as being more true to your actual aim and relying instead on your skills instead of the inaccuracy and chance of a game. Our last tip is the optic customization. It's one of the most important things in the game, as these scopes help with the targeting and aiming a lot. As told above, the Corp Combat Holo is one of the greatest optics, but recently the top players have been using the VOC. I guess the reason why it has recently been declared as one of the best is just because it's super easy to use and works like magic, and when you're using it on an assault rifle, it helps with your shots a lot. Definitely go and try both of them whenever you can, just see which one works for you and then go with that. So that's the end of our list, guys. Those were a few tips that will help a player get better at the game for sure, and I guess that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this and find it helpful. If you did, then let us know by liking the video and maybe leaving a comment on saying what helped for you and what you think we could have added on our list. And of course, make sure to share your own tips and tricks with other people in the comments below. Go and help each other out. Stick around, of course, for more amazing content, and we hopefully will be seeing you soon in the next video. But until then, take care and goodbye.